to hit off to the races any second now. And there it is. And we'll see Flashman first. Once again from both these guys.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if Resisting Frame's going to keep with the same order that he used last time. I couldn't figure out if he was fishing for items or E-tanks or not, but his order was definitely unusual, and I love to see a different order, especially in the randomizer here.
Now, would you consider being down a game, going with a different route and starting with, for example, Quickman instead of Flashman?
Well, I mean, Quick and Flash are pretty interchangeable anyway, so, I don't know. Myself, I might opt to go for Quick because it's more of a guarantee that you're going to get the E-Tank out of it, whereas on this stage, it's a little bit of a gamble, depending on what types of enemies you run into on the bottom section of the stage there. You can easily get knocked off of those platforms and just not make it up. But there's also the chance that the crash wall's weak to Buster, but I don't think you can actually make the jump.
Yeah, Resisting Frame actually running into the phantom hitbox of the Crusher there. So he's going to go ahead and take a extra health pickup there, but it's not going to cost him too much time, seeing that megakyle decided to go for the E-Tank, so Frame's actually going to hit the door first.
And Buster Shot will not be what breaks the crash walls in this randomizer seed.
And Crashman is in Flash stage. Is this even randomized? Oh, okay, that's a little early for that joke, but because yes, it is randomized. Oh no!
Oh no! Resisting Frame taking a nasty death to Crashman there.
And good thing Kyle went and got that E-Tank. Now he's gonna be able to continue the fight. I'm not gonna say anything else other than that.
Yeah, we don't want any more curses. We've had one of those already tonight.
Which totally was not my fault.
Oh, just blame me. Why not?
Freako done it.
I mean, I don't know what I did, but, you know, sure, why not? I'll take responsibility.
It's awful kind of you.
Resisting Frame off to a rough start here. He's gonna have to go for round 3. Crashman can be one of the more annoying bosses, especially if he's got some aggressive AI like he does right here. Frame's doing a little better this time. A little bit. Oh, we're tied up. One more, and he's got him.
He put it in there. All right. Crashman is one of the more difficult bosses of the entire game, especially Buster only, even in the vanilla game. So to get an especially aggressive one like that on the first stage, it's just rough.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
Here we got megakyle going for the bubble zip here. Doing his pause buffers. There's not so much lag on the screen, luckily, this time around, so it should be pretty nice and easy, and he gets it off, no problem.
Yeah, meanwhile, Frame going for Quickman this time. And I believe, is this from, Basic Master? This song? Rockman Basic Master? I think so.
I have no idea.
I am not familiar with this song.
Me neither. I've heard it a lot, but only because of the randomizer.
Right, it's either Basic Master or No Constantly, or the other, I believe.
I would say this is probably the only Mega Man hack that I actually know anything about.
Oh, I pride myself on knowing nothing.
You know, sometimes it's best not to know anything.
It's easier that way.
To be the case. Yeah, it's definitely easier. Life can get so complicated when you know so much.
As the Matrix, to quote from the movie The Matrix, ignorance is bliss at times. So, but Yeah, megakyle gonna make it out of bubble, which was in bubble. Is this even randomized? Okay, that's a good spot for that.
Oh, that was an ugly slow motion fight with megakyle. All the bubbles causing a little bit of lag there. Oh, here we go with another Pure 6 brawl with a resisting frame. Oh, he was... Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah, that's rough. It was a pretty close call fighting Airman there. And then, unfortunately, he went ahead and took it to the tornado. He missed the body shot. He missed the close call, but he still took the death, unfortunately. So he's going to have to go through back through it. He's going to be game over. It's going to put Kyle just about at a full stage ahead.
Yeah, they're both doing the descent down Quickman stage, but like you said, megakyle having the advantage of already completing Bubbleman's stage.
Yep. Yeah.
I noticed he skipped that E-tank there too. I guess maybe he's trying to go for faster strats and make up a little time here. Hopefully that's going to pan out. Oh, no, it's not. A nasty death to the lasers there.
Ooh.
Yeah, this laser section can be kind of tricky at times. You gotta get it just right.
Oh, if you
Especially
get delayed,
flash.
yeah, you're pretty much done. And that's what unfortunately happened to resisting frame there. Got caught up on one of the jumps.
Yeah, and there's a couple of little tricks you can do to try to speed up the section ever so slightly, but I mean, if you end up going the wrong way for half a second, that could spell disaster right there.
Kyle run into a little bit of trouble with the Airman himself. He's gonna take his E-tank and make it through.
So megakyle's got a pretty hefty lead here, but we're still early in the game. Anything could change here. Let's see how resisting frame does coming into the boss room. He does have full health. Stands a good chance.
Yeah, and apparently Airman was holding on to item 1 for us. So that opens up a few new paths for Kyle. Kyle gonna go ahead and go to Airman's stage.
Oh no, resisting frame taking another death.
Oh,
there.
Airman just jumping right through him and doing massive damage.
And that contact damage is no joke. Uh-oh, megakyle trying to pause buffer, which is a natural reaction I do sometimes too, but taking a bit of a tumble down into the pit there.
Yes, indeed.
Sometimes it feels like the game just doesn't want Mega Man to jump at the edge there.
Whew, there we go. Resisting frame finally finishing off Airman.
Yeah, that was a tough fight there. Airman, look, the body damage does about 8 to 10, which is pretty much half your life. So, yeah, Airman can be a tricky robot master to deal with. And speaking of Airman, both these guys are going to meet up on the stage.
Ooh, resisting frame almost got caught by a hidden enemy in the clouds and sent into the abyss. Caught it at the last second and moved back.
We undershot.
Oh no.
Just a little bit early there, didn't quite make it. And he could have paused buffered to make it there, but he might not have noticed in time. Oh no, another...
I believe that one was intentional. I think he's just gonna go ahead and game over, so that way...
Yeah, take a game over, nope out, and look to go to a different stage at this point. Oh no, continuing. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure going to a different stage just yet. He hasn't really made it far enough in the stage to, you know, test out or to have much troubles, right? That was more of a miscalculation versus enemies that he couldn't traverse to or have the right weapons for. So I don't blame him for staying in the same state. It's good to try again. Meanwhile, megakyle running into Heatman. It looks like he is. Was that hard weak to Buster? That looked like it only took about 4 shots.
It was doing 4 ticks of damage each time, so I believe that counts as a soft weakness?
I believe that's right, yes.
Right, all I know is I saw him 1 minute and the next minute he was gone. Good stuff to Heatman, to megakyle taking on Heatman. Ooh, nice. Mega Man 9 music. Or is that 10? I always get those two games' musics confused.
And there's only certain tracks in Mega Man 9 that really ring a bell for me immediately. This is not one of them.
Right, must be 10 then. I know it's the section where you're climbing and you have that you have the elevator that you have to move left and right. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, I can't name the stage, but I think this.
I believe it's one of the Wily stages.
Unfortunately, I wouldn't know. I've not played 9 nor 10.
Wily 3 and Mega Man 10.
Nice. Yeah, good song. Very good song. Love this song. The song rocks. Most of this music rocks. Shout out to Doug. Awesome job on the music and on the randomizer in general. Great stuff.
And on that note, Resisting Frame has picked up his 3rd boss there while we were debating the origins of the music for Metal Man's stage here. And Resisting Frame not picking up the E-Tank. Does he think he's behind and just can't use up any more time and just trying to rush to the end now?
That's what I'm assuming based on the way he's skipping them all. He's going for the faster strats in every scenario here so far. So I can only assume he probably just thinks he's way behind and just is doing what he can to try to get world record, I guess.
which I think he's only 1 stage down, maybe 2 by now. But,
yeah.
Well, maybe 1.5, about 1.5, because Kyle just finished up Metal, so Frame's on Metal, and I think Kyle did Bubble, which is the only one that Frame hadn't yet.
Right, but he doesn't know that.
Right, he doesn't know, but they're both kind of on the same wave. Right? They're both still going to the same stages. So
right now, the advantage that megakyle has is that he has completed Bubble Man's stage. So at this point, once Resisting Frame finishes Metal Man, it will be 1 stage difference plus whatever megakyle gets done while Resisting Frame is finishing the Metal Man stage. So 1.5 stages is probably an accurate estimation as to where they are in comparison to each other.
Yeah, Frame looking for a weakness for Quickman. He found wow, what an erratic air shooter, and he does have an E-Tank, so he gets to use it. He's gonna keep on using the air shooter. That air shooter's so fast. And yeah, that's gonna take out Quickman's Frame there.
Ooh, megakyle forced to use an E-Tank during the stage, and that could come back and get him because he does not have any E-Tanks at this point.
Yeah, it's always I believe some of the more top runners would say that it's always good to use the E-tanks when you can, just to make sure to keep on pace, to be able to keep going. Like I'm sure Kyle didn't want to take a death, so it's probably why, at least toward the end of the stage, perhaps he could farm some energy if he needed it.
Ooh, and there's a Crusher hiding in the trees there that megakyle was able to spot out.
Yeah,
nice
this is their
jump,
favorite
yeah.
spot to hide out, too. Depending on the color schemes there, like we have right now, they can be particularly difficult to see. I did not see the first one until it was already gone. So that was a pretty good job there by megakyle. He's run so many of these. He's up to the randomizer's tricks. A lot of them, at least, if not all.
And Kyle gonna make it out versus Metal Man.
Resisting frame
actually going.
unfortunately finding himself in the lava, and it looks like he's gonna take a game over.
Yeah, he's gonna go somewhere else, try to get some more weapon utilities and weapons to deal with that first heat section. And looks like he's gonna go Bubble Man stage.
So right now, megakyle is a full 2 stages ahead, as he has only 2 bosses left. Resisting Frame has 4 Robot Masters left.
megakyle gets the item 1 zip this time around. Have a much nicer item 1 to go with compared to the last time. That was a rather slow-moving one on the first seed there. Using them item 2 strats to skip the backtracking and get up there quicker. Resisting Frame skips out on the Buster only bubble zip there. I'm not sure if he actually knows how it's done or not at this point. I don't recall if I've seen him do it before.
No, megakyle missing the zip attempt. It looks like he got it that time.
Yeah, and he actually did an item 1 zip, which is a little bit tougher to set up in that situation. I would think. Item 3 is usually where you the item you use for that zip, but Kyle doesn't have item 3. He does have item 1 and item 2 though, and yeah, no problems for him for that zip.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you don't have item 3, you can't really use item 3 to zip that part of the stage. It sounds like it's just stating the obvious, but, well, kinda hard to use an item you don't have.
Right, yeah, but yeah, he got to do item, which, like I said, is considerably tougher, because you do have to line up the item 1 to where you can clip into the ceiling still. But yeah, Kyle made some good work of it. He's gonna find Woodman, the Heat Arena. Resisting Frame's gonna sync up with him a little bit in a boss fight, fighting Bubble Man and Bubble Stage. Is this even randomized?
Oh, we already know this lag fest. We got the slow motion Bubble Man fight going. Resisting Frames making fairly quick work of it, finding the Airman weakness very quickly. megakyle is on to his last of the first 8 stages in Crashman.
And speaking of lag fest, he's gonna run into frogs, which this many frogs on screen at one time, you're gonna go ahead and guarantee lag.
Ugh. How do you like that 5 frames per minute? Ugh, ugly.
Yeah,
No,
just
thank
to
you.
add insult to injury, the little frogs were of course immune to the weapon that he was trying to clear the screen with there.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to use the the air.
Yeah, he was using air shooter there. He's trying it again on these little hamburger dudes, and they're not having it either.
Yeah, it seems like air shooter's pretty good in this seed. See both of the runners using air shooter to traverse different sections here.
Ooh, not quite sure what happened here with megakyle.
Oh,
and his
no,
took
no.
a hit here, and, he's a little glitched. Is he locked completely? Well, he can take a death. Oh,
Yeah,
Well,
he
yeah,
can
he's gonna
take a
have
death.
to
He's
take
actually-
a death to get out of there.
no.
No, he
looks
actually
like
he actually got to
managed.
finish the zip. Yeah.
Wow.
That was lucky.
Yeah, because that could have cost him the match. I mean, there's no real way to password back because the items will get randomized again. So, or at least that's what I believe is what I've been told. I'm not sure, but yeah, if you password back in, then could be a bad story compared to the first playthrough. So
Oh,
yeah, that might have cost him this round. But Kyle made it through, so good for him.
You know, our little toothpaste dispenser there being rather poorly located for megakyle in the Crashman stage there.
Ooh, Frame running into some trouble here. He doesn't have any, so he's gonna have to play very safe, or as careful as possible. He's doing a pretty good job so far.
Well, this
Ooh,
one
he makes it through.
Oh, that was nice and close.
Well
there, but he got
done.
it in there, no problem. Just jumping them shields like it's nobody's business.
Well, megakyle finding Flash weak to Flash.
Flash is the new metal, apparently.
And that should be 8 robos down for Kyle. Making his way to Wiley at 2241.
Yeah, Resisting Frame has Woodman and Crashman left before he'll be able to join megakyle in the Wily stages. Taking a ride on the item 2 to get through the first section of the Woodman stage.
Ooh, takes an unfortunate hit. The crushers, those crushers do a lot of damage too. Yeah, the vanilla strat for Woodman usually involves, for any percent anyway, usually involves item 2 over this first section here. So yeah, not a bad idea to see.
So we got megakyle coming through Wily 1 here. This is probably as good a time as any. Everybody, get your guesses in for what color the dragon's going to be this time around.
Yeah, I was gonna try to segue to it, saying it would be a bad idea if you didn't guess. So, make sure to guess what color you want to see this dragon.
I'm going with green.
This is 2 games in a row. I have a color in my head, and you go and steal it away from me before I get to say it.
You know, I'm known for me reading minds, but I swear I don't do it on purpose.
Alright, since I wanted to go green this race, I am going to instead go orange, as megakyle unfortunately misses the item 1 placement and falls down.
Yeah, it looks like the item 1's moving a little bit faster than the vanilla one, which sometimes can be tricky to get them placed properly for that screen there.
Yeah, definitely. Your muscle memory is gonna tell you to place in one spot. You might have to adjust that tad bit one way or the other. I didn't guess a color. I'm gonna say blue. Which I really meant purple.
Well,
you know,
it's
it's got
part
green, too.
and part purple.
And these dragon colors, off the chain. They're so good.
Looks like Resisting Frame's fishing for some health here while megakyle's throwing his leaves at the dragon. Which I
Yeah,
can't
and
tell how well the weakness is working, but it is definitely doing damage, and the dragon is dead.
Dragon down.
Yeah, with all that stuff flashing on the screen, I couldn't see how much damage the dragon was actually taking from all of that.
Right, yeah, the health bar was pretty rough there. It looks like Frame's gonna have to fish for some more health here.
Oof.
Kyle picking up some item 1.
Oh, there we go. Resisting Frame getting 2 big energy pickups and now back up to about 85% from looked like he had 2 ticks left on his life bar.
Yeah, definitely much better to go into. And yeah, this metal man is a little weak to Buster, or maybe not weak, but Buster definitely took him down pretty quickly. And Kyle now having to find a weakness for the moles.
Looks like Bubble's working pretty good, which is rather fortunate now. Because it moves upwards, it'll attach itself to the ceiling instead of the floor. But either way, it would only clear out at least half of them, but you can get all of them depending on how far out they are. And it looks like he's doing a rather good job of it.
Getting a couple fairly generous item drops as well.
Yeah, drills being able to farm them with the bubble like that and moving so quickly through them is really convenient. You can get so many drops so fast. Looks like he's filled everything he's going to need here. Just barely makes it up without needing to farm for more item 3. And while Resisting Frame coming into the very laggy platform sections of the crash stage. Now this is what megakyle zipped past earlier when he did that crazy zip and took a death. He actually bypasses these 3 screens here, which definitely is apparently faster in this case with all this lag from these frogs. It usually is faster anyway, but it's exceptionally faster this time.
Wow. Whoever thought, 15 sprites on the screen at the same time was a good idea. They're wrong.
Oh, he's gonna find the vanilla weakness for Pico and Metal Blades. But he's gonna run shy of Metal. Gonna have to fish for something else.
Buster is a negatory there, Ace. Bubble?
Yeah, Bubble does it. It's gonna take, I think, what is that, 4 shots? 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah. But, yeah, Kyle having enough health to take down Pico. Meanwhile, Frame on his climb, he's got no lives. He's gonna look to make that change, I would think. Perhaps going for the life at the top there. Gonna use item 3 to get up there? No. It's just he's gonna risk it all.
Well, he's been playing as if he's been behind the entire time. Well, passing over the E-tanks and dying to the bosses early on has put him in a pretty big deficit here.
He's gonna find a quick flash man here, but yeah, Buster doing the job pretty well against Flash as well, and resisting frame will beat up with Kyle on the Wily stage now. Kyle also found that Bubble was weak to the walls, and he's gonna find a fat fan chilling in the water that's gonna blow him back into those spikes and laugh all the way to the bank.
Not the spot you want to see one of those air fans sitting.
No, and it's actually not one of the most common spots that I've been finding them in any of the seeds I've been playing or watching. So that may have caught him just as off guard as it did me. It's rather unfortunate too, because not only do you have pits everywhere but spikes, so no matter where you land, if it's not a platform, that's it.
Well, we know at least it's only one single Buster shot in this game. I think it was the same in Game 1 that those air fans were going down to a single Buster shot. So he seemed to have avoided the whammy, at least for that aspect of things.
Resisting frame able to make a pretty clean getaway across the beginning of Wily 1 here with the item 2. Not always the case, especially if you get birds, but you got lucky and had some good Metroid spawns there. megakyle finding that Guts is indeed vulnerable to the Buster. Looks like it's doing 2 damage per shot.
Well, that was a pretty clean fight for megakyle, and now it's on to stage 4. And resisting frame is about to run into our green and purple friend, or I guess maybe that's blue. I don't know. So late at night you could probably convince me it's red or, you know, white or.
I'm pretty sure that's a brown dragon there.
Exactly. I agree.
Wait, I thought it was purple.
It was, but it's not.
I didn't even see the dragon this time.
It was
he could have actually been brown this time.
It was like a purplish, bluish. It was somewhere in the middle there.
Right. Yeah, purple and green, right?
Pink with polka dots.
Just like Game 1, everybody's right. They're all winners.
Absolutely. If you guessed a color within the visible light spectrum, you were in the ballpark. You got it.
See, when it's 2 o'clock in the morning, we can change the rules, and, well, that's just the way it's gonna be this morning.
Well, they say nothing good happens at 2 o'clock, but that's not always the case, as you can see here, because megakyle and Frame are playing some awesome Mega Man 2. The randomizer. So yeah, Kyle making his way, and Frame testing the walls early, because he wants that extra life. Not a bad choice, since he really doesn't have any lives. So actually, I don't think Kyle. Well, no, Kyle knows it's Bubble. He grabbed that Wily 3.
Yeah, he was just
both runners now know that Bubble is the preferred method of dealing with the crash blocks.
Pause buffering to avoid damage from their shots there. And He finds Buster to be the actual weakness to the blue beams themselves. He was testing metal there before because if metal or wood is usable against them, you can actually bypass one or two of the walls.
Yeah, technically the only wall you need metal or wood would be weak against them is the bottom one, so that way you can get across. Well, that's not completely true either. You'd have to do the two bottom ones, so that way you can get underneath that last one as well.
Technically, you wouldn't even have to do any of the doors because, well, you'd have to do one, or you could use an item one to bypass one, but you'd have to go up and over and then shoot downward at the other two on the right side there.
Oh, that's good knowledge. I didn't even think to, approach it in that way.
Oh yeah, you can use item 1 to go up immediately, and then you can go to the right and up and over.
So Megakyle here is starting the boss refights as Resisting Frame is taking on the Pikatan.
Well, Kyle taking a death to Airman.
Unfortunately, it looked like he got bodied by Airman, and Mega Man's life bar does not want to have that happen very often.
But he's got his revenge, and his health is looking pretty good this time coming out of that fight.
Yes, I do believe this is Bionic Commando music for the refights. One of the features added to the randomizer is that whatever, instead of playing the boss music during the refights, it continues with whatever song, and the song is unique from all the rest of the game.
Megakyle burning through an E-tank against Crashman and has one left for the time being.
Yeah, frames in Wily 3. This is still doable. He's gonna make the same mistake that Megakyle made, though, and find the Fat Fan to blow him back into the spikes.
I don't know if that's a mistake or it's just more surprise. You're dead.
Yeah,
playing.
Fair enough. I didn't mean to call it a mistake necessarily. He could have technically pause buffered if he would have reacted a little bit faster, but yeah, I mean, nobody expects a Fat Fan to be there, right?
Not even
Well,
once.
we kind of knew it was there, but, can't really tell Resisting Frame. Yeah, there's going to be a Fat Man on the third platform there. And
yeah.
Even trying to freeze everything with Time Stopper.
Having a little bit of trouble getting to hit the crash wall with Bubble there. Looks like he's second guessing if that's really what it was now. Which I kind of understand. After playing a lot of randomizers, it can be really hard to remember what was it? What did I use this seed on this?
Now, is he too close and it's not impacting the wall, or
Bubble acts weird sometimes. I'm not too sure. He's gonna go ahead and take an intentional death this one to go ahead and game over and refill his items there. And Megakyle making his way through the Wily fights. Got another Buster Week Wily machine.
Did you even, change the seed from Game 1 to Game 2?
I know, is this even randomized? What's going on?
Well, we're going to see a lot of Wily machines that are Buster Weak. I mean, there's a 50% chance or so, roughly half of the seeds that you can generate are going to have a Buster Weak machine.
Ooh.
Oh, no. Resisting Frame trying to damage boost through and not being able to get it done.
Yeah,
While Megakyle's approaching the alien here, so get your alien color guesses in while you can, guys.
Yeah, he's resistant frame run into trouble with that fan. Kyle found out that Buster took him out in one shot. Perhaps maybe Frame will be able to get the Buster to work for him.
That was a decent zip for a second there from Kyle, but he might have soft locked here.
No, he
can
can still take the death. Yeah, he overzipped what he did. Which definitely happens. It's unfortunate. I believe
so that's just swag strat and kind of backfiring.
Well, it does pick up a little bit of time as well, but I'd say it's a little bit of swag there.
Yeah, instead of walking the hallway, you can clip into the ceiling. This is one of the ones that you can clip backwards into. Oh. Okay, he's got it.
Yeah, if you're not facing right when you get as far over as the door, then what we saw last attempt is kind of what goes on. But he managed to turn to the right in time and trigger the door and drop right into the alien room there. And we have kind of a greenish, yellowish alien with blue eyes.
Yeah, if you guessed yellow alien with orange head, you got it right. And megakyle gonna wrap this one up, winning the match. Official SRL time of 41:33. GG's to megakyle.
Well, since we know the result of the match, megakyle will move on and face somebody who's been watching him this whole time.
Yeah, that's true. megakyle advances in the bracket, and he gets to meet up with Kame Sinin. We'll see if we can't get megakyle in chat. See if she's got words.
And resisting frame is unfortunately going to be sent to the losers bracket, and looks like he'll be taking on Infinite Mystery in the losers bracket to see who can fight their way back and find their way back into the final bracket seeding.
Oh, okay, it looks like resisting frame might be throwing in the towel on this one. I'm not sure. I think he's trying to decide. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and bow out.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey there,
megakyle,
Kyle.
how's it going, man? Congratulations, GG's.
GG, dude. Good races there.
Oh, thank you so much.
All right, now I gotta ask you about a couple of these zips you had going on here.
Alrighty.
All right, the Heat Man, the first zip that you pull off. Explain that to me.
That first Heat Man zip is a trick that I picked up from my good friend Talentless in the chat. aka Prodigy, he posted that zip in the Randomizer Discord, and I thought it looked interesting, so I tried it out myself. It's a great zip to start out with in Heatman stage, especially if you have like tricky spawning enemies like the Mech Joes or the Fat Fan guys, just enemies that are hard to get around.
Ah, okay. All right. Now I have one question that I've been waiting the entirety of match 2 to ask. And since you're the winner, I'm going to ask you. This game is made for use in Seychelles. Do you know where that is?
I know. No, I do not. Actually, I load up a lot of these randomizer seeds, and I don't know where half of them are. Actually, there are a lot of obscure countries that I really do not know of, especially as a citizen of the United States. I guess I am just ignorant.
Well, I had the fortunate opportunity to vacation in Seychelles. It's actually an island nation off the eastern coast of Africa.
Wow, right on.
So, what part of the second race here would you say was the most stressful to try to get through?
Actually, Cam, the second race was really good. I think the first race gave me more problems than the second seed did.
That's actually why I asked about the second one, because I thought that might be a harder one to answer. I'm just curious. What part, if any, gave you any sort of trouble or made you worried that maybe you were about to take an unfortunate death that you ended up not taking?
Actually, the second seed went really well up until Wily 3 when I got the Fat Fan and that really unfortunate placement. And when you get that underneath the water, there's a few things you can do to get around it. You can use a flash stopper. You can try to inch your way towards the edge of that platform and try and shoot him, or you can use an item to get across the gap. And usually item 2 doesn't work too well, but item 1 works pretty good for me. I think that's what I did, and I just stood on it and got across the gap, and I think that worked for me.
Yeah, and we're welcoming Resisting Frame in the interview as well. What's going on, Frame? GG's, man.
Man, whoever made this randomizer, man, made it too random, man. This is ridiculous, man.
Yeah, it randomizes a little bit of everything on you there.
Oh man, that I haven't been this tilted in a while, man. I almost broke my controller a couple of times, man.
I completely understand. I've been there myself already in this tournament, and not knowing where the opponent is, I think, is one of the most stressful parts of it. Whether you're ahead or behind, you have no idea. You just know what you're doing compared to what you're used to doing. So I completely understand starting to get tilted over things like that. Definitely. What I wanted to ask you is, we noticed while you were going through the stages on both of the seeds, you were actually opting. Well, I don't even know if you were opting or not, but you were passing up on E-tanks that we're very used to seeing people grab, and I was wondering if that was intentional, and if so, what was your plan on that?
Is that for? I think that's for megakyle, because I try to take every E-tank.
That was for you, Resisting Frame.
Yeah, maybe I missed some because I'm, but I was trying to grab every E-tank I can, man. Yeah, I was going E-tank of shame, E-tank of
It's no judgment. It was just curiosity because, like I said, we're used to seeing people grabbing all of them, but there's also a couple of different things that came to mind. Like maybe you were opting for just the faster strats just to go fast, which of course, speed running and racing at the same time, you gotta go fast. So I was just curious if there was any sort of planning around it, or if you just happened to miss them, or whatever the case may have been.
I missed. I think only the metal E tank in the first beginning. That's probably the one I missed by accident. But the rest, I guess sometimes, you know, you do a couple of stages, you feel like you're in a good flow, so you kind of just want to keep that flow, you know. But for the most part, man, that's just you know, sometimes that's just how I am. You know, I just feel like a certain momentum in the race, and then I just want to keep that. If I get an E tank, I feel like, you know, I'm taking away that momentum. But you know, with randomizers, man, there's no such thing as momentum, man. You just got it's a lot of adjusting, man. And I just didn't do it, man.
It's very true. The randomizer, it can be easy to look at the faster strats, but sometimes they backfire, and then other times you can go for safety and end up finding out you didn't even need it and could have went faster. So yeah, it's always about adaptability in the randomizer for sure.
My biggest thing, man. I just felt like I was just thinking too much about what was ahead, and then I just forgot what I had to do at that moment. Like I was just so sucked in about. But also I know because I was like probably Megakyle also a stage ahead of me already, so I had to think fast.
Yeah, I think Kyle didn't get over 2 stages ahead of you most of the race. Most of the time, y'all were at the beginning. Y'all were pretty neck and neck at first, and then I believe Kyle went ahead when you had to, in the first race. You had to redo air, I think it was, and then and that's when he got a stage ahead of you. Then y'all were about to sync back up. Y'all synced up on a couple of boss fights, but he kind of held his lead from then on. But yeah, good race to both of you guys. Sure.
Oh yeah, I have to kind of commiserate with my friend Resisting Frame there, especially on the first race, Airman stage. Oh, it was so bad. Like there were enemy spawns in the worst places. Like I can easily see how, you know, people would have a hard time with that stage.
I actually didn't come back to Airman stage until I got an item 1, just so I can put it there, so I can take the damage boost from who put what was it, Buster proof met on the middle of the platform, man. like come on, man. Exactly. That just I don't know, man. That threw me off. That was actually when I started getting tilted right away. I was like, this is not gonna be my race, man.
Yeah, Airman stage is a brutal mistress. Some of us, it's pretty tough sometimes. I always try to make sure if I can help it. You know, sometimes item 1's locked behind Airman, so you never know. Randomizer is crazy. It's a lot of fun though. I mean, coming from any percent, I would imagine. Well, at least me, I'm more of an any percent runner. But here recently, I've adopted new strategy for this, and I've been putting a lot of time into random. I've been having a lot of fun with it. So overall, hoping you guys are having fun with the randomizer. Let's see, Frame, you're gonna play Infinite Mystery next, and megakyle, you play Kame Sennin next. So hopefully you guys can schedule some matches in the next week or so. You guys have anything to say about your upcoming opponents or anything? Let's cut some promo.
Next match is mine. I'm very. Nah, I mean, this month has been very busy for me, man. It's the reason I wanted to schedule my game earlier, but like I've been having a busy summer schedule. My stream, even my regular streaming schedule, has been set off for a while. But you know, starting in September, I'll be back. You know, so if I'm alive by then with the tournament, I'll be scheduling matches faster. So.
Yeah, and hopefully, you know, this doesn't, you know, break your spirit or anything, because it is 4 out to the final bracket out of each group.
Nicer, man. Sometimes, you know, just gotta take it in good spirit, man. Next one gotta be in your favor. But you know, GG to megakyle. You know, I always see him running these randomizers, beating it under, like, usually under 40 minutes. So I knew once I pass over 40, I'm like, probably I don't have much time left to survive. So, you know, GG to megakyle.
Yeah, exactly. You know, when it comes to the 40-minute marker, you know, time is pretty much up. and you know, it was just a really good race. I really enjoy racing against Resisting Frame, you know, and just kind of being there for you know, providing strats and tricks for him, you know, giving him advice while he's streaming the game and watching his channel. It's just really cool to race against a person that you know so well.
That's
Definitely, man. Big ups to megakyle and Kame, man. They're the reason why I'm even a little bit decent in Mega Man 2, and actually the reason why I even joined the Mega Man 2 randomizer is because I figured, you know, I have a chance to face against them, so you know, it was a very good opportunity.
it's a real good point that you bring up. I don't think I'm the only one that was watching tonight that knows both of you guys. So you know, it was rather exciting to get to see both of you at the same time and actually playing against each other competitively there. I mean, whatever went right, whatever went wrong, you guys definitely put on a good show. So I hope you're both going to bed feeling good about this one.
Right on. Thank you, Cam. I look forward to our race together, most definitely.
As do I. I hope.
But now, do it now, man. Let's hear some trash talk before we
right now.
Let's do it.
Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. Okay. My bad.
Oh yeah, he's gonna go down. He's gonna go down hard. Or I will. Who knows?
Oh man.
Hey guys,
Great.
time for bet for me, man. Time for bet for me, man.
It's getting
Definitely.
Yeah, good night, RF.
So
GG.
So anything else for you guys before we wrap this thing up?
No, not for me. Thank you everybody for watching and checking out the tournament, and stay tuned for more exciting randomizer races.
Can't wait, man. Good night, everybody.
All right, Frico, Kame, y'all got anything to add?
No, that's about it for me. As Resisting Frame said, you know, it's quite late here, and I'm definitely
Yeah, I
ready
think
for
it's
bed
about
after
that time where I'm about ready to just kind of, you know, prop my head off to the side and wake up in a couple hours, and hopefully it'll be light outside.
I'm just thankful I wasn't playing because it took the energy I had to actually focus on the two screens there. It's late.
Yeah, I hear you. It is pretty late. Guys, make sure to follow all the runners, follow the commentators here. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. We have a race at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Kumba versus Barn Owl TTP. So y'all make sure to tune into that. Plenty of randomizer stuff coming up over the weekend. Actually, we have two races. One at 7 and one at 9. Squidman versus Jveth as well. And then the next day, Bob the Builder versus Captain Bublo, and then Daggett versus myself. So tune into all those somewhere on the Speed Gaming channels. Yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.